day 7, week 2. A lot of new venturers arrived overnight, currently being inducted and trained. A lot of work to do, big week coming up.
So over here in the earthworks field, we're just cleaning up the damage from the last few days and trying to get trenches 10 and 11 planned up, ready for the end of the day.
Down here at trench 9, the reredorter, we're doing some pretty heavy work with mattocks, taking it down layer by layer to get down to the same level that we were at yesterday. So hopefully we'll be finding things, got bits of bone and bits of building material coming out, and hopefully some more interesting things as well as the day goes on.
So I'm over here by myself in trench 1 at the moment. I'm awaiting the arrival of some new venturers. I've just been cleaning back this morning just as I arrived, and I've come across what I believe is some interesting stake holes or post holes already. I've got a piece of flint out of them, and I'm really hopeful that today, once we've cleaned back all of the rain batter from the trench from previous awful days of rain, we'll be able to find many more stake holes or post holes or other features that can yield some similar finds, such as this wonderful piece here. So awaiting help from my new arrivals today. Stay tuned.
Hey John, what have you got there?
Well, it seems like the bone is finally gone, and we've come across some pieces of masonry.
Oh God, who would have known that we would have had some really nice dressed stone at the bottom of this ditch?
It wasn't obvious when you first started that there was anything in there other than bone and stuff, so yeah, it's good.
I always find it like really weird that people just randomly chuck in like really nice bits and you think that they're going to reuse them somewhere else, but it's almost like, you know, the inherent laziness of humans like comes through and they're just like, I can't be bothered with that piece, and they just chuck it in. It's just really weird. It just amuses me. But oh well, their loss is our gain, I suppose.
Does it feel like work?
Does it feel like work? No comment. I've got me a good spot now. 3 bits now. Yeah. Thank you.
Got a part! Yeah.
Bit of a handle. So that came just on the other side of this the wall here, so it's probably backfill. And then other bits of pottery, looks like the same pot have come up from both sides. So we're just cleaning it back now and see what we can find.
Well, I'm working on a post hole, and it's quite an unusual post hole in that it still has the packing stones in it around what was the post, and so we're trying to excavate it and leave them in situ, and then it should be possible to get a 3D image taken of the hole and the stones inside it.
What's going on here?
Well, we're just screening down some possible post holes along the edge here.
Oh yeah, so you've got like one there, haven't you?
There's one there.
And then you got one here.
It's a bit splodgy at the moment.
It is, isn't it? Was it like really wet when because of the rain and everything?
Yeah, this whole trench got absolutely drenched over the storm a few days ago. Well, now it's dried out and we're having to wet it again.
That's the life of an archaeologist though, Ben. I see that ditch is coming up really nice.
Yeah, we've got we've been managing through a little bit of a platform we had over the ditch earlier on today, and we're just about beginning to come down onto some of the ditch.
Those edges are looking really nice actually, aren't they? There's that yellow clay and then there's that really nice dark fill just running through.
And hopefully it continues all the way to the edge of the trench.
And I'll be happy to see how far it goes and if it actually stops here, if it just keeps on going off into that field, that'd be amazing.
Off into the distance.
Yeah.
Forever and ever.
Okay, so we're down in trench 8 at the moment, and we're starting to get to the bottom of the riddle of the drain. So we've given it a good clean back, we've got off all the grass and cut a small trench around it, and really cleaned up the stonework so we can clearly see how the drain relates to the monastic wall behind us. And it's looking at the moment that it's quite modern, so maybe a reconstruction done by the Ministry of Works after the excavations in the 1980s. The reason we can tell that this is probably a modern drain or reconstruction is that if you look behind on the wall, you can actually see that the bottom part of the drain has modern cement. So it looks like either there was originally a hole there, or that they've robbed it out during the excavation and then they've actually refilled it using modern cement, and you can see traces of that along the whole of the drain. The other reason we think that is going to be modern is because the drain actually butts up against the wall, so that means that it just kind of sits up against it. It's not actually what we'd say keyed into the wall, so it's not built at the same time, so it must be later than the wall. And so our next step is to take down what we think might be the trench of the 1980s excavation and see what's under there and see whether that can tell us anything else about the drain.
So that's it for day 7. As you can see, it's been absolutely jam-packed full of finds and action going on in all the trenches. But right now it's time to down tools, have some tea, and while they're doing that, I'm off to fly a kite.